What's up, everybody? Welcome to the next episode of Cool Movies Podcast. Joined as usual by my man Wakil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, sir?
Good.
All right, so I haven't seen any movies this week. It's been kind of busy here, but you told me you watched Life of Chuck.
Yeah.
And it's directed by Mike Flanagan, who I'm a big fan of, even though I'm not a horror movie guy.
Yeah, me too.
But I respect his skill level. So talk a little bit about Life of Chuck. I know nothing about it.
Yeah, it's also
I've only heard the title.
Yeah, it's a Stephen King
Adaptation.
novella. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one tale in like a book,
Mm-hmm.
and the structure is what's really like unique about the premise.
Okay.
It's told in 3 acts, but it's in reverse order. So you start by the end of Chuck's life, and then you go to like one moment when he's like 40, 50, when Tom Hiddleston shows up, and the final act, which is like 15 minutes of the film, is his childhood and with his grandparents, which are Mark Hamill and Mia Sara.
Yeah.
Who is
Sloan.
Ferris Bueller's
Sloan Sabbath.
Yeah,
Forever.
So yeah, it won People's Choice Award at Toronto Festival last year, so that created some awards buzz for it.
Yeah.
So it's like People's Choice Award, it would be like a very populist movie, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I have no idea how this won. This, in my opinion, borders experimental filmmaking.
Okay.
There's so much about it that's like I've never seen before. It's a risk. Sometimes it pays off, but most times it didn't fully work for me.
Okay. Was it like the pacing or just the feel of it?
The feel of it. I think it's hard to explain because I didn't think it's sold in this reverse order, right?
Yeah.
The first act is like, no spoilers, just like a almost apocalyptic event, like scenario. It's a post-apocalyptic, sure. The world is ending, basically. And it's really confusing because you have no idea what's going on. And so the characters also have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
They start seeing these banners on the street saying, "Thanks, Chuck, for 39 great years," with Tom Hiddleston's face.
And no context.
You and the characters have no context.
Okay.
Then you move into the second act, which is where he actually shows up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like very short. It's like 20 minutes maybe. He's not in the movie a lot. He's in the poster, but he's not really. I would consider the child Chuck way more like prominent in the movie. There's this dance sequence. That's all I can say. This musical sequence in the middle 20 minutes. And that's where I started getting iffy, which was like, you have this mysterious first act. The ending of the first act is really like, now we're getting into it.
Okay.
And it doesn't really get into it. It just kind of says, oh, I'm doing something else right now. I'm going to show you something else. And maybe in the third act, we'll go back to it. I didn't love the Tom Hiddleston section. I thought it was fine. The dance sequence was pretty fun. Just it didn't add as much to me. The third act, which is the first chronologically, it's good. Mark Hamill is really good.
Yeah.
The kid, Benjamin Pajak, who plays Child Chuck, he is really, really good. He's like, there's this also dance, music related moments with him that are really, really good. It didn't fully pay off what the first act had promised, and neither what the second act. Like, it brings some ideas together, but it tries to be this like life-affirming movie. Like this is the reason to live life, and it doesn't really reach that for me. Like there are moments which are really deep, like especially with Mark Hamill and
so
the
it's
kid.
like more of this is like Strike coming. What I'm thinking about is it has more of a tone of like a movie you probably haven't seen, Shawshank Redemption.
I've seen Shawshank.
Okay,
of course, I love
Shawshank.
Shawshank.
At least there's that.
Yeah,
but like, it's not a horror movie.
It's not a horror movie,
even though it's Stephen King.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's this sentimental side for Stephen King, but it's no spoilers. But there's a fantastical element that comes in this third act, especially in regards to Mark Hamill.
Okay. And by the way, because I think Mia Sara, the mother, Mark Hamill's wife.
Yeah, grandmother.
Excuse me. Like, and I said Sloan Sabbath, but that's actually not her name in Ferris Bueller. Her first name is Sloan, but I'm thinking of a different character, a different thing. But anyways, just a quick correction.
Yeah. So yeah, there's this life affirming, positive kind of Shawshank Redemption. Like this is why you live life. Very positive and optimistic. But it doesn't work when you don't get to know Chuck.
Okay.
You don't get to know Chuck. He is very like the everyday man. He has his suit. He's a businessman, and Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah.
And he's just like a normal kid who has like he has no parents. So it's really surface level.
Okay.
I can't describe you the character of Chuck, and I just saw the life of Chuck.
Right, right. So instead of like rooting for him in certain moments, and then you're like along with him on that journey, you're just kind of watching him.
You're watching him, and you're watching the film trying to use him to translate this universal message, which just doesn't really work. And the supernatural element to me, like there could be. It's really interesting. Like when you see it, it's really it plays with time. It's really interesting, but it doesn't. What's the point?
Yeah.
Why would you bring that into this when it doesn't complement the message or the character or the journey? It's just there. I didn't love it, and I think visually it's interesting. I like the first act a lot. I think it's just Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Like that was where announcements, people, excuse us.
Yeah.
Please come to the high school office.
School life.
School life. Yes, exactly.
But yeah, it's. I think you would really like the first act.
All right.
You have no idea. It's like Severance. Have you seen Severance?
Severance? No.
It's like Severance season 1. You have no idea.
Severance is on Apple Plus, right?
Yeah.
That's why.
One of the best shows on TV.
One of the streaming services I don't have.
Yeah, it's the best one. It's my favorite streaming service, Apple TV.
I only hear good things about Severance, and really, kind of Apple Plus has kind of had this
sci-fi
reputation of like everything that they do is good.
Yeah.
You know,
especially TV.
Yeah, especially TV. Because I what was it? Morning Show. I heard was really
Morning
good.
Show, Ted Lasso, Shrinking.
C, I think.
C with Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa, I heard was really good.
There's so many sci-fi shows. F1, Killers of the Flower Moon. Napoleon isn't good. But it's from there.
I mean, yeah, Napoleon something. But I mean, I kind of appreciate that about Apple Plus. But really quick before we go to that rating.
I gave it a 3 out of 5.
3 out of 3 out of 5. Okay. It's middle ground.
Yeah, I criticize a lot about it, but it's so I've never seen this before.
There's just something enthralling.
Yeah. It's very creative and it's earnest.
Okay. Oh yeah. There's something like to be said about when a movie is like just visually interesting. I've been doing a handful of videos revisiting Daniel Craig's journey as James Bond. And I love Skyfall.
Yeah.
I love the other ones, the previous two as well, but I'm about to talk about Spectre, and I don't love Spectre. But from a visual standpoint, it's like really, really well done. Everything from like, when we first see Hans Oberon, I forget his name of his character. He ends up being Blofeld. But when you first introduced to him, it's like very, very dark and shadowy. You don't see clear faces.
Yeah.
And just like the way it's handled is really, really interesting. And to compare to like when he first meets Madeline Swan and in the snow and it's totally white and clean and pristine.
Is that Sam Mendes? That one?
Sam Mendes too.
Okay.
And of course, and then there's the opening scene, the overture, which is like probably arguably the best James Bond overture of all time with him in Mexico during Day of the Dead. And so like you see how like, okay, story this, chemistry that, plot holes here.
It's visually interesting.
But you just you can watch it on mute.
Yeah, that's something you said in like the first episode, right? The most important thing.
Yeah, for me. We're talking about priorities. If I can watch a movie on mute, just kind of be there and then like go wash dishes, come back, still kind of enjoy the visual spectacle of it.
It's like a motion painting instead of a motion picture.
Yeah, it's a good way of putting it, But now, Mike Flanagan, can you remind me of it? Can you look up what else he's done?
Yeah.
Because the main thing I know about him is Haunting of Hill House, which freaked me out.
I haven't seen it, but I know it's like considered an all-time kind of show.
It is, wow. Like, it's like one of those like it's disturbing. I guess a lot of it has to do with because it's about a family and what happens to this family in the house. And a lot of what is disturbing about it is not what you see, it's what you picture.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to give away too much, but
what's the premise? I don't even know
the premise is this family, they have this basically a family business where they move into this house, and what they do is the father is like the handyman who fixes it up, the mother is the architect who designs it. So they'll buy an old house, she'll design how it's supposed to look, and then he'll make it happen. Yeah. And then they sell the house. Mm-hmm. So it's an interesting way of staying in a place kind of for free.
Yeah.
While you're fixing it up, and then the kids help out in various ways. This house is haunted, obviously. Yeah. And it slowly, unravels how it is haunted and why it is haunted, which is really interesting. And it begins to talk about, and there's like a couple of caretakers that have been there forever. And then at the end, you learn they know it's haunted, and you know why they stay there anyways. Okay. And it's kind of sad and beautiful at the same time. And what you're uncovering along the way are like the people who used to live there. And there's one particular moment where this guy who used to own, one of the previous owners, basically trapped himself in a section of the basement, built a brick wall to trap himself inside. And then afterwards, at some point, he kind of comes to. You can kind of say like he was kind of possessed. Mm-hmm. And then when he's back to normal, he kind of, you see you see the scratches here. He tried to scratch his way out. Mm-hmm. And so you're picturing so much of this as it's going on. And I think that is like the real beauty of it all.
It's like an archival kind of.
You put the pieces then there's together. Little other pieces that, whereas things happen to different characters in the story. And in the end, it's just like how a family is torn apart and how they're really trying to get back together. That's like one of the main premises of the series. Yeah. And you can see it more than once because there are things in there that you only notice after multiple watchings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is hard because it's a horror movie. I don't like it. It's disturbing. It hit me hard.
Is it long?
I think it's like 8 episodes, something like that. And then he also made a different one, Haunting of Bly House, I think, which I will refuse to watch.
The Haunting of Hill House and The Haunting of Bly Manor.
Bly Manor.
Yeah. But it's also, people's here in Letterboxd kind of good. Yeah.
I've heard good things, but Bly House is wonderfully done, but I'm not going to watch it again. I will never watch it again. So I respect his game, and I know he's doing, he's working on an adaptation of The Dark Tower. Mm. You've never heard of the series?
No.
It's a book series of Stephen King.
Also Stephen King.
Yeah, also Stephen King. But the issue with that, because there's a movie that was made a few years back with Matthew McConaughey and Idris Elba.
But from the same book series?
Yeah. It's like because it's one of 7, and they adapted the first book. But there's so many layers to the book. It's like interconnectedness of the Stephen King books. Yeah. So there's a lot going on in it. But there is a simple story, which I guess was what they tried to do, which is basically there's the protagonist, the gunslinger, he's called, and he is hunting like. I forget what the name is, but like, let's say the antagonist, the evil character in the book, in the movie is played by Matthew McConaughey. He's the bad guy. And what he does is feed off of fear. And then the Dark Tower, I think, is powered by the fear.
Oh, okay.
And there's some really interesting things.
Monsters, Inc.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't think about that. That's so true. But there are some really interesting things in the movie, but it's like you can't take a giant Stephen King tome and make it into an hour and a half, which is what they did. And there's something that's very lost, even though you can really see the translation. You can see the premise and what's interesting about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's been working on that since.
But it's going to be one movie as well, or it's going to be like a series franchise?
I wouldn't be surprised if they do it like Dune. They
like divide but one of them, or like divide the whole series?
I think right now they're just working on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what the other ones are about. To be honest, I haven't really read any Stephen King books.
Yeah, me too.
You know, I hear they're good, and it just keeps going down on the list. Yeah, I'm like, I want to read this, and then it'll just pop up, and it just doesn't happen.
He also did Doctor Sleep.
I saw Doctor Sleep.
I haven't seen Doctor Sleep. It's a follow up for The Shining. Right?
Yes,
but it's also a Stephen King story.
Yeah, he wrote Doctor Sleep many years later, and then they adapted it. And
he probably participated in it more than he did in The Shining because he hates The Shining.
Well, he participated in the movie, not the TV series miniseries adaptation of The Shining. Yeah, which I never saw.
He kind of did the series. I think he's like a creative in the show.
Probably. I don't remember the credits per se, but I do know like it was made, and I was like, why? Because I probably just seen the movie Shining, and it's like, it's a masterpiece. Why are you messing with it? But then
it's my story.
Yeah, but I understood why it was made. Yeah. And of course, it's Hollywood, so just recycling what's always been done.
Yeah.
But yeah, Doctor Sleep was interesting. It's not as how would I put this? Like sometimes watching a Stanley Kubrick movie is a lot.
Yeah.
Because you're so enthralled.
It's like a trance, right? Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Well done.
You're in a trance for 2 hours and a half.
You're like kind of like in it. Yeah. And then for me, with the exception of Full Metal Jacket, which I think we've talked about is my favorite.
It's your favorite Kubrick?
It's my favorite Kubrick.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's the most rewatchable to me.
Sure. Yeah.
The other ones are expertly made, masterfully made. But I think because of so much of the work that goes involved, it almost feels like it's work watching it. Because you're always like, oh my God, look at the composition, look at the camera angles, look at what he's doing.
Have you seen Barry Lyndon?
Yes, I have seen Barry Lyndon. Great movie.
It's my favorite Kubrick.
Sometimes the slowness of it would get me. I think it took me 2 nights to watch.
I did it all in one.
Because like I watch, because I this is back in the day where I think I mentioned this previously, where I would come home from work, chill for a bit, go to jiu-jitsu training, come back home around 8:30, and I just want to like veg out.
Yeah.
And so I came home from training and I'm like destroyed. And then like I'm watching this and it's just so slow. I'm like, this is amazing.
This is amazing. I'm dying.
And I'm like, all right. Like it took me a week to watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yeah. For the first time?
Yeah, the first time ever, and I watched the extended cuts, which is probably
I made that mistake for the first one. I couldn't. I watched the first one, the extended, and then the normal ones, the other two. Yeah,
it took me a whole week to watch all of the movies.
Are you a Lord of the Rings guy?
A little bit more. I enjoy it more now than I did when I watched it. I think because it felt like so much work.
Mm-hmm.
And I think now with Game of Thrones was George R. R. Martin's, or Song of Ice and Fire, I should say, it was his response to Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
In the sense of, because he loved Tolkien. He loves Tolkien. I'm talking about he's dead. He loves Tolkien, but he says that Tolkien's characters are very black and white.
Yeah.
Like good guy, bad guy.
Yeah.
And there's very little gray area.
Tropes,
Yeah, and that's kind of like where he's coming from with the storytelling. And he likes to look at characters from more of a gray area, which is why characters are always going back and forth. You hate Jaime, you love Jaime, unless you're Joffrey and you just always hate him,
I've seen the first 2 seasons, season and a half.
Yeah. You can stop after 4.
4
is like because the first 4 seasons they adapted the first 3 books, and then they just did a horrible job. It goes downhill real quick. There's some good things about season 5, especially there's an episode called Hard Home, which is where
The Red Wedding?
Like a huge Red Wedding is
4, I think, right?
3.
3.
Hard Home is an episode where the White Walkers, for the first time, have a huge battle with Jon Snow and his people, which is an amazing.
I haven't even gotten to the White Walkers. And nothing supernatural happened yet.
I mean, a little bit in the first episode.
I don't remember. I don't remember. It looked too long ago.
It took me 3 times to watch the first episode because I got freaked out by the White Walkers.
Yeah, okay.
In the first 10 minutes, you see the child.
It isn't really, like, prominent. Child? What child? I don't remember.
In the first one, there was, like, wasn't there a child? Or
probably was.
There was one White Walker, and I'm like, that's freaky. No. But then a friend of mine was like, no, just get past it, and it's amazing. And it is. First 4 seasons. After that, don't bother. But, like I said, black and white characters in Tolkien, gray characters in Song of Ice and Fire. And I think, I don't know, I get there's too much gray, I think, which can be a little bit...
Numbing, maybe? Numbing?
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be a little numbing because then it's always like, okay, that person's going to be good later. Oh, he's going to be bad later. And
you're used to the change.
Yeah, the changes aren't novel anymore. Whereas with Tolkien, it's like, you know what you're in for, so you just want to see that battle. Yeah. You want to see him have it out. You know, and which is why Helm's Deep scene is so amazing. You know, the battle. Yeah. I think it's at the beginning of Two Towers.
Yeah. I think it's the end of Two Towers.
The end of Two Towers. Okay, cool. And it's like one of the greatest battle scenes. I saw this really interesting, I forget who made it. This really cool video essay where, have you heard of this series called The Pit?
Yeah, I love The Pit.
You watch it.
Oh, I saw that video.
Yeah, where it's comparing a moment, like a sequence in The Pit to Helm's Deep. And I was like, that's
Have you seen The Pit? I had bio class today. Okay. We were talking about The Pit. We were talking about sickle cell disease, something like that. There's a scene in The Pit where a sickle cell woman comes in. It's amazing. I've heard good things. At the same time,
I know. I've recommended it to because my wife is a doctor, and I was like, "Babe, you want to watch The Pit? His parents is really good, doctor show." And she's like, "I work this all day. I don't want to come home and watch this."
Yeah, I get it.
So I was like, all right, fine.
And I saw that video. It's like a straight comparison because it's very frantic. Everything that happens in The Pit.
The rhythm of it. You know, and I was like, that's really cool. And so I remember it was a critique I saw of Endgame. Endgame, like that last battle.
My baby, don't critique my baby. Come on.
Like Helm's Deep, but
how? What would it be differently?
Well, because the thing with that final battle, there's not really you don't really have a feeling that they're going to lose. You're a little tense because they're trying to get the stones and the gauntlet and everything. Maybe not until Thanos actually snaps and you realize he has no stones. Yeah. Until that moment, there isn't another moment where you're like, oh my God, they can really lose this. But in Helm's Deep, there are a couple of moments where you're like, oh my God, this is getting...
Yeah.
But I don't mind that. I love Endgame. Yeah. Infinity War is a better movie.
It isn't.
It's a 10, but Endgame for me is like 9.5.
No, I think both are 10. Maybe Infinity War 9.5. Yeah, I love Endgame.
No, I mean, I love it. I love it too, but there's not enough ebbs and flows.
I get it. It's less of like...
It's an epilogue.
It's an epilogue. Yeah. I heard people say, like, older guys than me say, like, this new generation, some of their favorite movies are going to be Avengers Endgame. And you guys should, like, talking between themselves, you guys shouldn't have a problem with that because that's their Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
It's their Harry Potter. And it's mine. Like, I saw Endgame in 2019 like 4 times in the theater. And I love it. It's always going to be in my top 10 of all time. Yeah.
I remember watching it and like everybody else crying for the last 20 minutes. And then I watched it again, I think a week or 2 weeks later. I don't know what it was. I think because I saw it like the day after my birthday. And I partied a little hard for my birthday. So I'm watching it not 100%.
The second time.
Let's say. Yeah, the second time. I wasn't 100%. Yeah. And so I'm just crying for 3 hours. I was like, the entire time, like, in the beginning, Robert Downey Jr. is like, I lost a kid. And I'm like, I was like, yeah, you did. And all of it was just like really intense for me. And then I think about it and it's hilarious, but it does hit a lot of the feels. And I actually kind of appreciated when people were like, where's RDJ's Oscar nomination for Avengers?
Yeah, I saw
I was like, that's good.
It's amazing.
Mind,
yeah.
But I get why they didn't do it.
I saw like there's these two guys I follow. Really recommend The Oscar Expert.
Okay.
And Brother Bro. They're like the duo. They're great, and they focus on awards content.
Okay.
And they did review Avengers Endgame, which is unusual, right? They don't really review Marvel movies except for Black Panther. And they loved, both of them really enjoyed it, and they were saying like, is there a chance for Best Picture even? Like in the beginning of the year, for sure, but there wasn't really. But they were like considering it because of how big of a movie it was for them.
It was a huge event, you know what I mean? And it's like, you think of how big that was, and then you think of
how
like,
low we're now.
Where we are.
We're in this going a bit up place, but we were like really low.
We're in the Mariana Trench, you know, with the Marvel universe, and then you know, please God, come back to the heights, which I don't know if that's ever going to happen. But
we got Doomsday next year and Brand New Day. It's going to be a mess. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. But anyways, all right. So, the Smashing Machine.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I am not one to read critics. Okay, I'm not a fan of critics. Movie reviewers are different because I feel like, because I'm a movie reviewer, I feel like I'm just a fan who's talking about the things that I liked and what I didn't like. You know, I remember when I originally started my TikTok channel, I was like, I'm just going to talk about the things that I like. But it's like I'm kind of thumbing my nose at what is happening in front of me. So that's when I was like, I kind of have to watch these other movies. You know? So yes, I will talk about the movies that I really, really like, that I grew up with especially. But I think it would be irresponsible to like not address what's happening, you know, in the current state of movies. So with the Smashing Machine, like I saw the second trailer. You saw it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I got a little bit more emotional watching the second one. You too?
Me too.
Again, because I keep thinking of the documentary.
Yeah, it's
I kept thinking, you still haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard the people who've seen the movie say that it's emulating the dark side.
There's a lot of moments of that. Because the movie, at least, I didn't know this, but I saw this in the review that I read. Where was the review? I want to say it was like Collider or something, one of those websites.
Pro.
And it said that it only covers like 3 years, 97 to 2000. Okay. I was like, all right, cool. I actually prefer that. I don't like biopics that do an entire life. That was one. There's a few exceptions. There's Elvis, there's Malcolm X, and that might be it.
Rocket Man, kind of, because he didn't die.
Rocket Man I have mixed feelings about.
I think it's my favorite biopic.
Really?
Yeah. I love Malcolm X. I haven't seen Malcolm X.
Malcolm X is so expertly done. It feels like an impossible mountain to climb. But Spike Lee figured it out and he did it. And Denzel, you know, delivers one of the best performances ever. But yeah, and it has really good rewatchability too.
Malcolm X?
Even though it's 3 hours.
3.5 hours.
Yeah, it's long, but you can still watch it again because you're just... Denzel is just... He's hypnotizing.
Yeah.
He captured something with that performance. So when it's like 3 years, cool. You know, because then you can really fit the journey. The only critique I have so far of what I've seen of the Smashing Machine is the voice.
His voice?
Yeah, because The Rock has a deep... Well, I don't want to say he has a deep voice.
You know it's him.
Yeah. You know it's him, and Mark Kerr has a very high-pitched voice. I've been, like... I was even watching bits of a podcast that he did, like, maybe a month or a couple months ago. And I was like, yeah, you have a really high voice, you know? And I appreciate that he doesn't try and make it a high voice, but the only downside to that is that he still sounds like The Rock.
The Rock, yeah.
You know what I mean? But he does really get the rhythm. He gets the tone.
The cadence.
Yeah, definitely gets the cadence of Mark Kerr. And there's Mark Kerr is like a gentle giant.
Yeah. I've heard that phrase. Like,
he definitely is. You know, I think also because of his voice, you know?
Yeah.
And then you see how he is in his fights, and he's just a savage. He's just jacked to the gills. Yeah. And so there's like that duality to him. And I feel like from what I've seen, The Rock has captured that.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can sustain it throughout a whole movie.
The trailer shows like very good stuff. Yeah.
I like the chemistry he has with
Yeah. Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, which I never saw.
Yeah,
I appreciate that it was made and all of that. But I like I said, I like that he's got really good chemistry with Emily Blunt. He really feels like he embodies Mark Kerr. Yeah. The critique, to be honest, because like every other review I've read has been great.
Yeah.
Everything I've read of it has been great. And I think because I'm anticipating so much
in it. Would you say it's your most anticipated for the rest of the year?
Believe it or not, I'm really looking forward to Fire and Ash.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you an Avatar guy?
No.
I mean, the trailer just kind of...
The trailer looks dope. I'm just wondering where... it's more out of curiosity, really, than anticipation, I'll say. Mm-hmm. Because I'm like, where are you going to go?
There's so unknown. There's some shots in the trailer, like, they're going out of the planet, like, at least the atmosphere of the planet, the mountains, the volcanoes, and he's, like, representing the Na'vi with the humans. There's one scene he's, like, going through a bunch of humans.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be cool.
Yeah, because it's like, all right, okay, you got Earth in the first one, water in the second one.
Nature documentary.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay. I mean, I didn't love the second one so much. I thought it was cool.
I prefer the first one.
Yeah, I prefer the first one too. So I'm like, okay, now what? All right, you're James Cameron, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You did Aliens.
Yeah, you did Aliens. You did Terminator, and you know all those great movies that I definitely grew up watching over and over and over again. As a kid, Terminator was probably the movie I watched the most.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which one's better, first and second?
Well, definitely the second one.
Yeah, people say like the second one's all the time stuff.
You know what I love about the first one? There's this thing, and it's not necessarily unique to the first one. It's a thing that movies used to do a lot. I'm going to say especially in the 80s because that's when I noticed it more. Mm-hmm. You know, I wasn't around before then, obviously. But I think of the scene in Terminator where Kyle Reese and Sarah Connor are hiding in the car in the parking lot. And then the Terminator is driving around looking for them, right? And he's explaining to her what happened in the apocalypse. And I thought and I still think what's so great about that scene and how Kyle Reese explains what happens, so much of it is he gives details, but not a lot. So you imagine specific things, and then the rest of your imagination fills out the rest. And movies did that a lot back in the day.
The Hill House, like for example, it's not old, but you're saying like filling in the gaps, or not really for that?
No,
okay.
not as much. It's not as obvious. It was a huge thing back in the day because you were just limited by technology.
Yeah. You couldn't show the apocalypse.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you can't really show it until part 2, and then things evolved and you can see it. And so there was a lot of imagination that was activated when you would watch movies back then. And James Cameron did that amazing with Terminator. And I think I loved that journey of like trying to picture as accurately as I possibly could what happened. And then when I see the second one, it was like, I didn't imagine that. Yeah. That's so amazing, you know? So you're surprised by all of that. And so there's too much, like, I remember watching Terminator Genesis. Have you seen that?
No.
It's so bad.
Is it Tom Cruise or no?
No, it's Terminator Genesis with, I forget who directed it, but it's with the girl, Emilia Clarke.
Emilia Clarke, okay.
Jason Clarke.
Yeah.
No relation.
Yeah.
Jai Courtney plays Kyle Reese, and Arnold is in there as the Terminator.
Yeah.
But they were trying to like do something different with the story, and it was really interesting what they tried to do. But then there was another twist, and I did it. It was
James Cameron had no involvement.
This is before he got the rights back.
Oh, okay.
That's when Dark Fate happened. He got the rights back, and then he worked with Tim Miller to Dark Fate, which I did not like at all. I wanted to so badly, but no. But with Genesis, it's like they show so much. And going back to Helm's Deep, because like the beginning of Genesis, they're showing, and here's again, in the first Terminator, Kyle Reese explains again how they won the war against Skynet. But right before they win, Skynet sends the Terminator back in time.
Yeah.
And so that's when they decide, like, okay, we need to send somebody back in time to help protect Sarah Connor, or whatever it is that they have to do. And then after that is done, they blew up the machine that was used. So it can't go back. No one else can come through. Again, another thing I had to imagine. Great. Then Genesis comes, and then they show that in the worst way possible.
Oh, so it's not like the second one. Oh, I didn't imagine that.
They
That's
show
cool.
it, and I'm like, bro, this sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to take it back to Helm's Deep, if they had started the beginning of Terminator Genesis, if they had made it Helm's Deep-ish, now all of a sudden you're invested in the characters.
Yeah.
So you got that investment, and then you can go with them throughout on the rest of the journey of the movie. But it was just like things you already knew if you had seen the previous movies. And it's just like a highlight reel.
Yeah.
There wasn't much else going on, and I'm like, this is a waste of my time. It's like your show, what is it? Like
show don't tell.
No. Yeah, show don't tell, but they were just telling you.
Yeah, okay.
There was no show.
They were breaking the rule.
Yeah, they were going the opposite.
And that's a James Cameron nothing.
No.
He didn't have the rights back to that then?
After, he never had the rights.
Ah.
So here's a little Hollywood history story. Yeah. So he wrote Terminator, and he wanted to have it made. And then he went to a producer, Gail Ann Hurd, which later on became his wife.
Okay.
And he was like, I really want to make this movie. Can you please buy the script? And I want to direct it. Terminator was his first movie directing.
First of all time?
First movie directing. He had done stuff for Roger Corman. Piranha stuff. But like his debut.
Yeah, it's like David Fincher with Alien 3.
Exactly. Well, not exactly.
Yeah. Not exactly.
You know what I mean? I know what you mean. And so he's like, I want to direct this movie. And then they made a deal. It was like, all right, I'll buy your script and the rights to the movie for $1. And then you can direct it.
And
so he's like, all right, because I want to make the movie. Yeah. And so
even though the rights weren't his.
The rights weren't his. And so he sold the rights, sold the script, made the movie, huge hit.
Second movie.
They made Aliens after with the same producer. Made The Abyss, and then came Terminator 2. Bigger success, So he got financially compensated very, very well. Yeah. But after that, that's why they could make Terminator 3. And that's why they could make Terminator Salvation, which
keep it going.
I think Terminator Salvation gets kind of a bad rap. I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. It's not good though, but I like what they tried to do, because that was the first time that they were like, let's do something completely different, but still in the world of Terminator. Yeah. So instead of like, time travel and protect Sarah Connor and John Connor, it was like, what happened? Like, how did John Connor become John Connor after the apocalypse?
I'm really excited to watch this franchise, man. It sounds like a lot like the Alien in terms of divisiveness in the subsequent movies.
1 and 2 are universally loved.
As Alien and Aliens.
Yeah. Universally loved. And then we just...
Yeah.
But Salvation is the one that is like, okay, now that's something, because it doesn't take place in like modern times. It takes place in the future. Everything is just... So you see more of the war between Skynet and humans. And so that's when I'm like, and it had Christian Bale.
Oh, that's the one with him.
Yeah.
Guilherme Ivanotto, please come to the high school office. Guilherme Ivanotto.
Once again,
Disregard.
school life.
And so I was like, all right. And that was a plan to be a trilogy on its own.
Oh, okay.
But then it didn't do well.
Like financially,
it didn't do well because it's such a hodgepodge. It doesn't know what it wants to be.
Yeah.
You know,
Alien Covenant, kind of. Prometheus, kind of.
I wouldn't say so, only because that's like a slap in the face to Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
Because the guy who directed Terminator Salvation is Nick G.
I know who that is.
And I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I did like some of the things he did. There were some really cool action sequences.
Yeah, he's still working.
Real explosions.
Yeah, okay.
He's doing a movie now called Way of the Warrior Kid, which is based on a book series from Jocko Willink, who's a very famous podcaster, former Navy SEAL, and all that jazz. And he wrote these series of books called Way of the Warrior Kid, and Chris Pratt is going to be in it. So I look forward to that, but when I heard McGee was directing, I'm like, can you get anybody else? Because he just doesn't have a great track record for me. You know, I'm not a fan. But yeah.
James Cameron.
Yeah, James Cameron, you know, I'm always going to have mad love for him, even though I'm not a fan of Titanic.
Not a fan of Titanic?
Not a fan at all. I never was. But I was happy for him because, you know, that's
his
the
moment.
dude I grew up with, you know, like making these amazing movies that are very formative for me.
It was for you like the career Oscar, like Leo for the Revenant.
No, I get why he won the Oscar. Yeah. It's definitely worthy of the Oscar on its own.
Okay.
I just don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm just not a fan. I wasn't a huge fan of Leonardo DiCaprio at the time. Okay. Even, like, I respected his game, but I don't know when exactly I became a fan of DiCaprio.
Maybe older, like after Oscar win?
No, not Departed.
2006.
Yeah. Probably The Departed when I was like, okay, I want to watch a DiCaprio movie. You know what I mean?
It became a DiCaprio movie after that.
Yeah. But also that movie is dope.
Yeah.
The Departed is a dope movie,
amazing.
Man. It's like one of my favorite non-Italian gangster movies.
Yeah, non-Italian.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was like, all right, go Leo. You know, and then Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
Which I think is my favorite Leo movie.
Me too.
We can talk about that on another episode.
Yeah,
Leo movies. Much going on.
Yes. One medal after another this year as well. Another one, like people are.
That looks interesting.
I didn't love the trailer, but
I didn't like the trailer.
It got like some people have seen it this week. It's the embargo's not lifted yet, but people are saying it's like really good, like BTA's best in like the past few years.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Yeah, me too.
Aside from like Killers of the Flower Moon, I can't really think of a lot of other. Like, what does he do after Killers of the Flower Moon?
Don't look up. Don't kill. Don't look up. I love Don't Look Up. I like it so much better than The Big Short.
No.
Yes,
I
don't like The Big Short.
You don't like The Big Short at all?
I don't like The Big Short at all. Yeah. And the cast, I love the cast. One of the best casts ever, but I don't like The Big Short.
Christian Bale, man.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with
Steve Carell, Jeremy Strong, Ryan Gosling. Yeah.
I love Ryan Gosling.
It doesn't look like him.
He's just such a wacko.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and I say that with all due respect. I love you, Ryan Gosling, but you're an absolute wacko with some of the roles that you choose. Because I recently showed my wife The Nice Guys.
Yes.
And she's just dying laughing at how stupid he is.
He's screaming every 5 minutes.
So like, when he's screaming, he's like, she's dead. With that super high pitch.
Yes, when they're like crashing the car, it's an iconic scene already.
Or when, you know, he gets his wrist broken.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so good.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies that is criminally absent of a sequel.
Yes. The ending sets up a sequel, right?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's probably just Hollywood.
Shane Black didn't want to come back. No.
Well, there was a series of videos that I wanted to make. I haven't gotten around to it yet. I did it kind of. I was tentatively titled the Blank Check series, where I was like, here's a director, give them a blank check, let them do whatever they want. Yeah. Because they, like Netflix did that with David Fincher.
Yeah.
You know, Paramount Plus did that with Taylor Sheridan. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, we were talking about 1984. 1994. 1883, sorry.
Yeah.
1883.
So they gave the man the money.
Yeah.
And he's doing more things. He gave Sam Jackson a series.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Have you watched Tulsa King?
No, you told me about that.
Okay, so the season 3 is going to come up really soon. And Samuel Jackson plays a role in season 3. And it's an introduction to his character, and he gets his own show called Nola King, where his character is based in New Orleans. So I'm like, dope. Cool. I'm totally down for that. And so it's like there are a few people that I'm like, just give them a blank check, let them do what they want. Like Catherine Bigelow is one of those people.
Yeah, she's with Netflix right now. I don't know.
Nobody.
She doesn't have a contract, I think. No. She has a House of Dynamite this year.
She's got House of Dynamite that's coming, which I'm pretty sure is going to be amazing. But you just go through her filmography, and everything is just awesome.
Yeah.
You got Near Dark. You got Point Break, which is one of my favorite action movies of all time.
Keanu Reeves, right?
Yeah, Keanu Reeves is an action star, which for me was bananas. Because the only thing I knew him from was Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
What's that?
You've never seen Bill and Ted? Oh my God.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
This is like one of the greatest, like, fun, ridiculous movies you've ever seen.
Where did you dig that from?
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. We can talk about Keanu Reeves' filmography.
Yes.
But Bill and Ted is I love this so much. This is another movie I watched endlessly. This is about a group of guys, Bill and Ted, who are going to fail high school if they don't put together a really good presentation for their history class. Okay. Now, what happens? They are supposed to pass that test because that sets off a chain of events where they write, and they have their own band, a two-man rock band. They will eventually write music that will bring the world together. Okay? So in the future, they're like, the people in charge of that time send somebody back in time to help them put together this history presentation. And it's through a time machine that is a phone booth.
That's the project?
Yeah, they go back in time with the phone booth, collect all of these different historical figures, Genghis Khan, Joan of Arc, Socrates.
My God.
And they call Socrates Socrates, which is like,
Socrates.
This is the best. Abraham Lincoln, Napoleon. So they learn about these guys, and then they give the presentation, and then they pass and all that jazz.
Things go like these.
Things go well. Spoilers. But they're idiots. You know, it's like when you hear Keanu Reeves, it's like, whoa.
Which one is he?
He is Ted.
Ted.
Yeah, he's Ted. The actor Alex Winter, who plays Bill, plays Bill, right? Yeah. He went on to be a documentarian. Does some really, really
good. A director.
Yeah, he directs documentaries. Cool. Directs really good documentaries. And they did a sequel, which was bad, called Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. And then during COVID, they released the third.
COVID?
Yeah.
Like as a movie or as Zoom?
They filmed it, but because of COVID, it wasn't released, so it was one of those movies that they just dumped on streaming. And it's called Bill and Ted Face the Music. And it's old Keanu Reeves.
Is it good?
It's a warm hug. It's a warm hug. It's not as great as the original, as the first one, but it's definitely worth a watch, and it's fun, and it's lighthearted, and ridiculous, of course. So I know him as like this idiot who's going to fail, who talks like a surfer dude, and now you're an action star?
Yes.
Whereas in the movie, he says, I am an FBI agent, with Patrick Swayze.
Yes.
It's just amazing. And so, what were we talking about?
Catherine Bigelow and directors you would give a blank check to.
Yeah, so she directed that movie.
Yeah.
It's one of the only action movies I can remember that was like, that I took notice of, like a woman directed it.
Yes.
And it's awesome.
She was the first woman to win Best Director.
Yeah. Then she does Hurt Locker. She does Strange Days before that. Like, she's got, her credentials are, I'll put them up against anybody. And I'm like, she did Zero Dark 30. I don't know if you saw that one.
I haven't seen it.
Amazing movie.
She hasn't made a movie in many years.
Since Detroit.
And when was
Nobody
Detroit?
watched Detroit. I don't know.
It was a long time
It was
ago.
a while.
Yeah.
So like it was before I came to Sao Paulo.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been in Sao Paulo this is my 50th year in Sao Paulo.
50th year. Yeah.
So it's been a minute.
Yeah.
And she's just incredible.
Yeah.
So I'm like, just give her money. Same thing with Patty Jenkins. Patty Jenkins did Monster with Charlize Theron.
Okay. Yeah. She won the Oscar.
Yeah. And then nobody heard from her until Wonder Woman.
Oh, yeah. She did the second one as well, or no?
Yeah, she did both.
Okay.
And she was supposed to do a movie in the Star Wars world. And then because Star Wars
died.
I mean, it's run like a 7-Eleven at this point. And so all the good things, they announce things and then nothing happens.
It's like Marvel Phase 4, Blade, Midnight Suns.
Still waiting for Blade.
Yeah.
You know.
That's not happening.
Yeah. That makes me sad.
Yeah.
But with Patty Jenkins, but I think it's going to change though with Star Wars. Because they just started doing a Starfighter.
Yeah, with Ryan Gosling and directed by Sean Levi. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, and it's got Amy Adams in it.
Yeah, I saw that. So Amy Adams,
They got some players to do that movie, and it's being filmed now.
Sean Levi doesn't excite me that much. I love his work in Stranger Things, but that's kind of it. Fall Guy is alright.
Fall Guy's fun.
Deadpool and Wolverine isn't very good.
That's more of a Ryan.
Night at the Museum.
Night at the Museum is fun. The first one is fun.
Yeah.
What else did he do? The Adam Project.
I haven't seen the Adam. I've heard that's like his best work, maybe.
The Adam Project is really good. Yeah. It's one of those moments where you're like, okay, Ryan Reynolds, you're not a sucky actor.
Yeah, he's good. He's actually good.
Yeah, he is. And if you don't believe me, watch Smoking Aces. That's like a performance that comes out where you're not expecting it because his character shows up way later. But then it's like, oh, bro, like, it's intense. You know, so it's really good.
Yeah.
So I think I made a video about this. I'm like, I think that with the announcement of Starfighter, things are going to start happening at Disney Star Wars. Yeah.
There's also Mandalorian and Grogu.
Mandalorian, what is it?
Grogu.
Yeah, okay.
Haven't seen the show.
Haven't seen anything of the show. I hear it's good, but there's too many good things. So it's like, and I only have a little bit of time.
Andor, people say it's great. I have seen
Which
like
one?
Andor. I've seen the first half of the first season. Yeah.
I did try and watch The Alkalite so I can talk about it.
Yeah.
Oof. That was rough. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched like 3 episodes and I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
I just can't do it.
So just going back to the directors who give a blank check to Avatar. Excited for Avatar?
Yes, I am excited.
Yeah, me too. I was just talking like most anticipated for the rest of the year. For me, Wake Up Dead Men, the next Knives Out movie, third Knives Out movie.
I saw the thumbnail for the trailer, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah, there was a trailer like this week because it also premiered at TIFF.
Yeah.
Rental Family with Brendan Fraser is like about this guy who's hired to be someone. Yeah. And 2 more, Frankenstein, Del Toro's Frankenstein. Mixed review so far, which excites me even more.
Right?
And
they're making another movie together.
Yeah.
I read that. I read that, so I'm down with it.
And Hamnet,
which is I remember starting to watching the trailer because you were telling me about that, and then I
brace yourself for the trailer. It's like the best trailer I've ever seen. It's so good.
That's a bold statement.
It's getting the reviews it needs to for Best Picture winning movie. Yeah, but like real high, Sinners level.
There's a new movie. I saw the trailer for it today with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Bullshit. What is it? Can you look it up really quick?
Are they directing?
No, it's written and directed by Joe Carnahan, who did Smoking Aces.
Let me see. Which the Ryan Reynolds one?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's amazing. He's the guy that I'll put in the blank check category because he makes great movies.
Most recent movie
Netflix, The Rip.
The Rip, yep.
Thank you.
The Rip, after a team of Miami cops discovers millions in cash inside a derelict stash house, trust phrases everything and everyone is called into question. Yeah.
And I like that it's for Ben Affleck. This is the second movie he's done in recent times where they're basically stealing money from a house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the accountant or no?
Triple Frontier.
Okay.
Which was really good, and it was like it ratchets up the tension when they're in the house stealing the money, which is really great. And then you see what happens to them. And then this one is like, okay, they kind of like the same thing, but more of the element of betrayal is like just looming over everyone involved, including Ben Affleck and Matt Damon's characters. And I love that it's in Miami. I grew up in Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So it's like, you know, when I saw the thing Hialeah, I'm like, yo, okay, we're there, you know. And so I dig that. The thing that brought me to it that I'm anticipating about it is, one, the two of them together. I'm curious anytime, even though the last duel was, parts of it I liked, parts of it I didn't like.
Yeah. The Joey Comer section I liked.
Yeah. I mean, I like the movie making because it's again Ridley Scott. Yeah. And some pieces of the dialogue are really well done. But I like anytime the two of them are together.
Yeah.
And so the fact that I saw Air.
Yeah.
They're together.
It's good.
Air is really
I
good.
like Air. Yeah.
And so now they're doing this movie. I'm like, all right. And it's Joe Carnahan. Mm-hmm. You can look up Joe Carnahan's filmography and see what he's done. But he did a movie called Narc.
The Gray, 18,
The Gray,
Boss
18,
Level.
Yes.
Yeah, Boss Level, Smoking Aces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A movie called Narc.
Cop
with,
Shop.
Ray Liotta, which is like gritty cop movie.
Stretch, Shadow Force.
Well, definitely the 18. I love the 18.
Yeah.
That's a fun action movie, especially for somebody like me.
Liam Neeson and Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, cool. Before he was Bradley Cooper.
Yeah,
he was on the come up.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Pre-Hangover,
or maybe around the same time.
Yeah, okay.
Very close to each other they were, and so like now you're like, who is this new dude? Yeah. Like he's got jacked for the movie.
Yeah, I'm a huge Bradley Cooper fan.
I wasn't a big fan of his
Maestro.
Leonard Cohen, Maestro.
I love Maestro.
Yeah?
Yeah. Most people are with you, like, oh, Oscar bait.
It is. It's very Oscar bait.
It is. But I like it a lot.
It's impressive.
It is. I love like the final 10 minutes of Maestro. I think are amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I just the intro of it.
Yeah.
Because that's what I remember the most. And I'm like,
Star is Born. What'd you think?
I liked it.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great way to have your first movie. Just have it be something grounded.
Yeah.
Nothing too spectacular, which Maestro kind
of.
Like start small and then build from there, kind of show your chops a little bit.
Star is Born I also love. I don't like, I have one nitpick with Star is Born, but overall it's one of my favorite movies.
What, the song?
No, I love the songs. The ending, like everyone knows the ending of A Star is Born, so I wish there wasn't the dialogue, the final scene with Bradley Cooper, with her manager, I think.
Okay.
There's a line the guy says, which you just see in Bradley Cooper's face. That's when he decided.
Yeah.
And there shouldn't be that scene. It seemed like, here's his breaking point. This is why he killed himself.
Yeah.
No. It should be the entire movie, and it's kind of sudden. It shouldn't have that final scene where you realize that's the final scene. Yeah. That's my only nitpick. Right. I love A Star is Born overall. I think it's Lady Gaga. Amazing.
I remember hearing a great, it was kind of a dig, but I thought it was almost kind of insightful.
Yeah.
They said, Lady Gaga's performance in this movie is what Madonna wished she could have done. Mm-hmm. I was like, dang. Damn, that's like shots fired, but in a way kind of true. Because I watched plenty of Madonna movies growing up, but I was like, well, let's not compare the two.
Yeah.
Leave them alone.
She's really great.
I was shocked.
My dad loves her, like as an actress. Every time, she's in Joker 2. Let's watch Joker 2. Yeah, she was great.
I loved her. I actually really like Joker.
Me too. But Joker 2?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I like Joker 2.
It was great.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Me too.
It was a big middle finger to Hollywood. So
and to Joker fans.
And to Joker fans. Yeah. All right, anyways, I think we got to wrap things up.
Yeah, the longest one probably.
Yeah. All right, thank you all for coming out. Don't forget to tip your waitress. I'll see you guys next time.